So you want to become the most productive, organized woman that you know, the woman that can do it all and has it all. Okay, here's exactly how to do that. Welcome to my It Girl Masterclass on how you are going to get organized and stay organized in 2026. Welcome back to Get Up and Glow. My name is Madison Haynes, and I am on a mission to transform you into the hottest, healthiest, happiest version of yourself this year. And my gosh darn it, girl, I am going to do that if you come back every single week and listen to my self-improvement guides. Within these videos, I will give you challenges to work on every single week called It Girl Action Steps. And if you follow these challenges on a weekly basis, I can guarantee you that in 30 days, you'll feel like a better version of yourself. In 90 days, you'll feel like the best version of yourself. And by the end of this year, you will see so much transformation. You wouldn't have even dreamed of it being possible, but it will. I'm going to transform you into your highest self, girl. And all I ask is that you subscribe. Look, before we get into the secrets, let's talk about the root cause of the issue of why you try to get organized, you watch these videos, they kind of help, and then you fall off, okay? The reason is you're not addressing the root cause of the friction of what is preventing you from staying organized. It's one thing to do a deep clean session. It's one thing to make a to-do list, to buy a new planner. That feels fun. It's easy to do that when you're motivated. But the reason you fall off and you don't have your life together is because you cannot stick to systems and routines. So today we're going to unpack all of the ways that you can actually create systems and routines that work with you, not against you, so you can stay organized once and for all. Chapter number 1 is mastering the art of taking all of the mental clutter in your head and organizing it into actionable to-dos. If your mind is constantly running of things that you should be doing, things that you need to do, things you need to remember, and you drive yourself crazy just like every single other woman, girl, this is for you. You have all of these ideas in your head, all of these to-do lists. Yes, write them down. Where are you going to write this down? Write it down in a space that is easy to take with you 24/7. I use the digital note-taking app called Notion because I can use it on my iPad, my laptop, my phone. Wherever I go, my Notion follows me. It makes making life organized 10 times easier. Regardless of what you use, I just want you to make sure it works for you. Every single time something pops into your head, I want you to write it down. Then at the end of the day, I want you to review all of the stuff that you wrote and say, okay, what are things that are actually important? And things that are important are things that are going to make positive change into your life, things that you just gotta do because you gotta do it for work or school or it's a part of life. Assign a deadline you want to do it by, okay? So create a weekly planner and drag and drop for those tasks that you determine that, okay, I need to actually do this. Go and assign a time or a date to do it. Go and open up your planner and say, okay, I'm gonna go take my pants to be retailored on Tuesday, and on Wednesday, I'm going to wash my bed sheets, and on Thursday, I'm going to call my mother, whatever it may be. Just don't leave all that stuff in there and not actually make an action plan. I want you at the end of the day to see all your brain dump and figure out how to put those things into action. With that being said, I also want you to pay attention to 2 things. Time suck tasks. A lot of the time, we think things are so important. We think things are going to change your life, but in reality, they're just a waste of time. Sometimes hard work is just hard work, and we pour hours into something that yields no value or just makes us feel more stressed out. So determine the tasks that you think you should be doing, but you don't really see a lot of value in it. You don't really care about them that much, and they stress you the heck out. And I want you to just completely disregard any of those tasks, okay? Being the woman who has it all is not about doing it all. It's about recognizing the things that bring value to your life versus the tasks that don't, cutting those ones out. Your It Girl action step for this chapter, something that is going to propel you even further, is to do a weekly check-in with yourself. Go and say, okay, how did I do this week? Did I check off all the things I said I was going to do today? Did I keep up with my to-do list? Or what are the areas of my life that have so much friction, and why? Why is it so hard for me to do these tasks that I'm dragging my feet all the time? Or the ones that made you feel amazing. Maybe you should do more of that, okay? Whatever it may be, I just want you to constantly be self-reflective, okay? Figure out what's working in your life, figure out what's not, and take action right away. Don't let it go on until you're so burnt out or your life is a complete disaster or you feel like crap to get your life organized and together again. Okay, that's what we're going to avoid. Doing weekly check-ins with yourself is amazing for preventing all of that from happening because you continually hold yourself accountable for your own actions and for the way you feel, and you can prioritize taking care of yourself in whatever that looks. It's going to look different every single week. Maybe one week you do a check-in and you're like, work or school is crazy busy and I'm so stressed out. So I'm actually going to pull back on some of my to-do lists, not because I'm lazy, but because that's actual self-love and self-care, versus the week where you're like, I've been doom scrolling and I shouldn't be. I've been watching a lot of Netflix, binge watched the Stranger Things, whatever it may be, and I'm just dragging my feet because I am just out of sheer laziness and I can be better and I will, okay? Do the check-in, which leads us into chapter number 2, okay? The thing that so many people struggle with to stay organized, and that is once you've built this master to-do list, all the action steps that you need to do to get your ish together, how do you actually take action? How do you not just get overwhelmed after a week and just say, I cannot do this anymore, and then you give up? Hence, giving up, leading to burnout, watching another one of these videos, okay? This one was inspired by the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, which I absolutely love. If you're gonna add one book on your 2026 reading list, it'd be that one. I also love The Mountain Is You. Look, essentially, girly, if you wanna do this effectively and stay organized, it has to be from a point of alignment, not hustle, okay? You don't wanna go around and work yourself hard because you think that's what that woman would do, okay? That is not what that woman would do. That woman is someone who is in alignment with her goals, who can see her vision clearly for who she wants to be and knows the exact actions she needs to take to do that. So it's no longer a dreaded, oh, I have to go to the gym, I have to eat healthy, I have to clean my house. It's, I get to go to the gym, I get to eat healthy, I get to clean my house, because when you're doing these things, you romanticize them, they're exciting to you because you see that as an extension of self-care. Look, being organized is so much more than the aesthetic, the color-coded planners, all this fancy stuff like the iPad stuff. I love a good aesthetic and I love to post that on my Instagram stories, as you'll see if you follow me at Madison.Haynes. With that being said, yes, aesthetic is so fun, but the root cause to you falling off is not because, oh, it's not pretty. It's when it gets hard, okay? It's easy to do things when they're pretty and they're fun and they're sparkly shiny, but what about when there's so much on your list, you're like, I can't do this anymore. What am I gonna do? Here's exactly what you're gonna do, girl. Look, trying to be organized, being the highest version of yourself, getting your life together should be so much more than just feeling like you're living in a Pinterest board where everything is picture perfect, like a model home, okay? That is not real life. I'm gonna be the first girl to tell you on like the self-improvement side of the internet that is unattainable, because you are someone who is living life, girl. You're someone who is busy, okay? So you have to understand the balance of being organized, having your life together, being that woman, and being a real everyday woman, okay? Sometimes the best version of you looks like cleaning your entire kitchen and putting your kitchen to bed before you go to sleep most days of the week, so you wake up and you have an organized space every single morning. Amazing. But you know what? On some days, the best version of you would leave those dishes in the sink if it meant spending time with the people they love and having a little extra moment of like laughter, whatever it may be to you. Having your ish together is about a feeling, not necessarily a look. So yes, prioritize these systems, but they should be rooted in a feeling of feeling amazing, feeling happy, feeling like that woman. But don't fall into this trap of having to be so perfect, because what that will do is burn you out and make you miserable, and then you will fall off. So your action step for this chapter is to define what being put together really means to you, because being put together, having it all together, being organized is a feeling. What do you want to get out of this? What do you want to feel like on a day-to-day basis? Write it down in your It Girl journal. By the way, the journal I am holding and use for all of my It Girl action steps is available on Amazon. It's a blank empty notebook that's designed for you to take notes of all of these It Girl action steps in my weekly videos to ensure that you actually hold yourself accountable and become the best version of yourself in this new year. But if you want to use it for a school book, a diary, whatever you want, girl, you can go ahead and do that. I have a first few pages of just like setting intentions and a cute little message from me. So if you're interested in getting the Get Up and Glow official notebook, you can head on over to Amazon. Now, as a secondary It Girl action step, I want you to pay attention this week of everything you do, all the habits that you have for yourself, all the goals that you are working on, what causes friction, pressure, stress, and what actually makes you feel good. Now, the habits that cause friction and stress, figure out why. Are they just not in alignment with yourself? Or is it just a system that doesn't work for you? Change it. If you want to be consistent, you need to create things that feel good to you. So for instance, if you are trying to get into the gym and you just fall off because you hate weightlifting, then maybe your goal is to not build a super muscular defined body. Maybe instead you go to Pilates or yoga or Zumba and you just keep up with movement, and then your goal goal becomes different. It is way better to adapt a habit or system to work with you that you can be consistent with than to completely give up on that habit altogether. Chapter number 3 is the secret to being the girl who has her life together and does it all. And everyone's like, oh my God, how do you do it, Madison? How can you achieve everything in a day? And the answer is I don't. I really don't. I don't do it all. I just know the difference between what matters to me, what is valuable to me, and the habits that are time leeches and time sucks and make me feel miserable. And I've learned to not do those. So I look like the woman who has it all because I'm doing things that matter to me. For instance, school or work tasks are gonna come first. You're gonna make sure you're showing up for yourself in school or work and you're hitting those deadlines. That is very important. The secondary task would be keeping your home together. Make sure you have a nice clean space to live in, grocery shopping, healthy foods to eat, and then keeping up with your health with working out in a way that is easy and maintainable for you, okay? If you struggle to get your steps in a day or you can't go to the gym, get a walking pattern when you're watching TV, get your steps in that way, or when you're doing your homework or working from home, you can get to 10K without even doing anything. You're just habit stacking. Learn what is important to you and figure out ways to habit stack to integrate those habits into your life. And the ones that are not that important, that no one would even notice and you don't even care about, kick them to the curb, girl. Look, doing less is honestly better because you want to take care of yourself and still have time to watch TV and enjoy life, right? I know us self-improvement girls think we need to pour every single second of our time into just hustling and hustling. I promise you that's not going to get you the life you want. Take at least 2 hours every night to relax, to read, to pour back into yourself, okay? And how you're going to free up this and still be the woman that does it all is knowing the tasks that are the most important. So your It Girl action step for this chapter is to clarify your criteria of what is worth your time, okay? So write that down. It could be what's worth my time is making sure I'm getting good grades or making sure I'm excelling at work or making sure I am not disappointing people, making sure that I am keeping up with the daily habits that are necessary to move my life forward. Like, what are those habits? They might be different to everyone. Someone's dream might be to run a marathon, and those daily habits are gonna look way different than someone's goal being to write a book and be a published author. What is in alignment with you? What is your dream life? And how are you going to be a woman who can organize the necessary tasks in a day-to-day that is going to help you get there and be that type of woman, the woman of your dream? Written down, I want you to pick 3 most essential habits that you have to do every day. Out of all of them, pick 3 things. And then throughout those 3 things, I want you to write little micro habits that you can do on a weekly, monthly basis to propel you forward and make life easier for yourself. Systems. Again, start small. Don't start big. You're going to fall off if you do that. And then I want you to write down or put it somewhere that you see every day saying, it is okay to say no. Okay, you want to know the secret to the girl who can do it all? She asks for help, or she pays for it, and she can say no easily with no guilt. Nope, can't go out today. Nope, not going to see you for the weekend. Nope, not going to commit myself to that because it's not worth my time. Nope, I don't have time for this and I have something else that's more important. No, thank you. No, thank you. It's okay to say no thanks to situations that don't yield value into your life. Just make sure you're not saying no too many times to the people you love. You're showing up for the people you love because, again, that should also be a huge priority in your life, okay? But those things, people that you barely know, those events that you don't really care about, that's not going to enhance your life, that's not going to be you, where it's not someone you need to show up and pour love into, or if it's not going to enhance your career or whatever it may be, do not should yourself into a crappy life that you hate, okay? Learn the art of saying no thank you, but thanks for the invitation. It's going to change your life in 2026. Now let's talk about actually organizing your space in the physical sense. I know that you probably have spent so long organizing your space, going through all your stuff, donating it, throwing it out, whatever it may be. Your space is truly a reflection of your mind. That has been proven. But, as we go on, we forget the systems and we let it get a mess again, just for us to have to spend weeks again in December doing it all over again. But that's not going to be you this year. You are going to create systems to keep you organized on a week-to-week, a day-to-day basis, girl, and have it be easy and relatively effortless for you. And here's how. I'm going to rapid fire some of these tips, and I've talked about them in previous videos, but they're super helpful for any of the newcomers here. And that would be to put your kitchen to bed. So before you go to sleep, you do the dishes, you do a wipe down of your kitchen. That way when you wake up, you just have a beautiful space. Set a 10-minute timer and do like a little closing shift as if you were closing the shop up for like a part-time job where you have to wipe everything down for the people who are going to come in for the morning shift. I also am very, very big on don't put it down, put it away method, because that is the easiest way to stay organized and prevent having to do this massive clean out every single month or months. And I swear by the Fly Lady app, if you want to continue with your decluttering, the Fly Lady app is free. It gives you a weekly and monthly checklist of everything you need to do, and it essentially creates different zones of your home, making it 10 times easier for you to stay organized. It removes that thought out of your mind, which again is amazing. You can't be running around with a million ideas in your head all at once. That's not going to help you stay organized. It just tells you what to do, when you need to do it, in a realistic time frame that you can do whenever it's convenient for you to ensure that you are keeping up with your New Year's decluttering. Now is your It Girl action step on how I want you to keep up with your New Year's decluttering in 2026 and get your life organized and together. Number one, I want you to assign a space or a decluttering goal for the month, whatever you need the most. One, it could be decluttering your car, the kitchen, the bedrooms, your beauty and makeup products, whatever it may be. Go and think, okay, what is gonna make me feel the best this month? Let me pick one major thing and slowly on a weekly basis assign a little bit of time each week to slowly start decluttering. What I don't want you to do is have one massive day or hour where you pull everything out and then you get overwhelmed and then you don't know where everything's going to go and you stress yourself out. No. Slow and steady wins the race. Just pick one major goal and slowly start to do that. And if you be consistent with this every single month, by the end of this year, girl, your New Year's reset will be 10 times easier because you just are a girl who actually kept up with it and became the woman of your dreams that can and has it all. Okay, congratulations. I also want you to master the art of minimalism and learning that it is okay to let go of things. I know a lot of us are like, well, what if I use it in the future? I can guarantee you that thing that when you declutter and you're like, well, I might need this in the future, when that, or if that future moment comes, you'll forget that you have it like 8 times out of 10 and repurchase the item anyways. I promise you. Now, girl, we've unpacked a lot. How to take your mental clutter and put it into actionable steps that you need to get done in a day. How to use your vision of the type of woman you want to be and make those action steps based on how you're going to feel on a day-to-day basis. How to physically keep up with your organization. So your It Girl action step is to make a note and just quickly think of all of the things you do on a week-to-week basis and assign a theme of the day and stick to that day. Always do your laundry on the Monday if you pick the Monday. Don't fall off. And for this first month, I want you to reflect on those systems and if they actually worked for you. For instance, sometimes you might find different days work better based on your other routines and the things you have to do. Okay, so the tasks that you're going to relatively automate, meaning like you don't have to think about, oh, I have to put a load in, or oh my gosh, I have no clean clothes, or oh no, now I have no healthy food, I have no milk for my coffee, or whatever it may be. Oh, I didn't have gas in my car. Like, assign those days and you'll never have to worry about it. Life will be 10 times easier when the daily mundane things are already taken care of. You know when you're going to do them, you're almost on autopilot. It's like you just wake up and you brush your teeth because that's what you do. You make those things, those tasks, the same way of like you just brushing your teeth or you just making your bed in the morning. I can guarantee you everything else will be so much easier because you don't have to waste your time figuring out, oh, did I do this yet? Oh, I have to do this. Well, when am I going to have time? You just always have it done. It's always maintained. You're good to go. If you want to completely change your life this year, getting an accountability partner is going to be the thing that actually does it. When you have someone who motivates you, who helps keep you on track, someone you can have banter with, go back and forth with, someone you can share your goals with and get inspired by, your self-improvement journey is just going to skyrocket. I understand that it is so hard for women, especially in their 20s, 30s, to find these types of like-minded women, which is why by popular demand, I have created a Patreon account. So for less than the price of a regular schmegular cup of coffee, $2.99 a month, you get bonus podcast episodes that you can request the topics of for me to create for you. You come to me and say, Madison, I am struggling with organizing this. Please tell me and help me create a system for this. Madison, I really want to work on this for the new year and I need motivation or I need a hot take on whatever it may be. What is your advice? This is the space for me to allow you to do that. I want to connect even closer with you. My mission is to truly transform your life. I want you to see all the value, all the beauty in yourself that I can see and feel in you, girl, because I can. I believe in you so much. I want to help you. Like, I truly, truly care. So the Patreon is an extension of that. An opportunity for us to connect more, for me to help you even more blossom in this self-improvement glow up journey, girly. It's all for $2.99 a month. So if you want that, you can head on over to the Patreon and sign up for our Glow Babes tier. Or if you want to go one step further and get the bi-weekly bonus episodes and a weekly behind the scenes vlog of my space, me working on myself. I just posted one of my New Year's Montreal trip with my fiance, me with no makeup, me on my hard days, me on my good days, etc. I post a weekly vlog every single Monday, as well as the bonus podcast episodes that you'll get access to for $5.99 in the Diva Directives tier. So if that sounds good to you, girly, and you want to lock in truly and get that accountability partner to become your best self, let me be that for you. You can head on over to the Patreon. The link is in my bio. Now, as a little sneak peek to the things we'd be unpacking in the bonus episodes, I wanted to let you in on a little secret, which is the ways I like to organize my life as a little bonus to this video. Number one is having a weekly reset day, okay? Everyone loves a Sunday reset, okay? But sometimes Sunday doesn't work for everyone because you want to relax. I like to do mine on a Wednesday where I get everything done. I make lists, I review the things I need to do for the next week, etc. I also plan my week around my high energy hours. For me, I'm super motivated to work right in the morning, and I love to get things clean and get things done, because if I leave it to the end of the day, I get so overwhelmed and so stressed. But I'm good at doing like creative work at night. So I go and do the hustling in the morning. I get my workout done, I get any cleaning done, etc. And then in the evening, I allow myself to do nice laptop work with like a candle lit, etc. That's what works for me. So understand your most productive hours and the hours where you tend to drag your feet, and set up your goals, your daily habits to work for you within that time frame. I also love the Pomodoro method. This keeps me so motivated. I'll just like bring up a cute Pomo timer on my iPad and I stick with this. And in that 5-minute timer, I go and do a little bit of my cleaning throughout the day. And I find throughout the day, I can be so productive in my work. And then by the end, it's like a reward. If I stick to my Pomodoro, those little tiny 5-minute breaks are enough for me to clean most of my space, like a nice general refresh. So by the end of the day, everything is done. I also tend to batch similar tasks together. So if I am going to meal prep, I'm going to do the dishes right after because I'm already in the kitchen and it's already done. And the biggest thing that I've learned specifically last year was to make these mundane tasks more enjoyable to me, because I can either go rush through life and make everything boring and hate it all until the last hour of my day where I get to watch TV finally, or I can say, this is self-love. I am doing this for me. This is a benefit to me. I am so lucky I get to do all of these things. And I light the candles. I play jazz music. I take a moment to clean and dance while I clean slowly. Or just enjoy the everyday little moments in life and make it sweet, because that is what life is. Life is a collection of these little moments in life. Going to work, driving in your car, going to the grocery store. And it can seem so daunting. But if we look for the silver lining in things and learn to bring joy into the everyday life, your life will just flourish. It'll be 10 times happier. And scheduling rest like it's an appointment is something I still need to work on. And I'm going to be real, it's a goal for me for 2026. But it is so, so, so important to you becoming your best self, because in the moments where I burnt myself out thinking that I'll be more successful if I do this, I've felt my worst. And you feeling like your best self, you feeling like the woman who has it all, is you feeling recharged, beautiful. And that is going to require taking time to rest so you don't have dark eye bags and you're exhausted all the time. Taking time to apply your makeup in the day and put a cute outfit on, do your skincare, get your nails done. All of those things make you feel like a beautiful woman and a woman who has it all together, because having it all together, an element of that is, yes, an organized home, an organized space, an organized to-do list, you doing all the things you need to get done in a day, of course. But it's also you having brushed hair, having washed hair, having nice nails that are freshly done, putting on a little bit of a makeup, cute outfit, whatever, looking organized, looking together. That is an element of life too. So make sure you're prioritizing that just as much as you'd prioritize anything else, because taking care of yourself matters. You're important. Do not forget about that. Now, girlies, that was part 2 out of 6 of my Glow Up Academy series for this new year. I'm starting this new series where I have 6 self-improvement lessons that are going to, if you follow them all, completely transform your life within the next 6 weeks. Start off the new year strong. If you have an idea, a podcast topic that you want me to create after the 6-week series, let me know, because I'll be creating a new series that's going to help you become a better you by spring, okay? So if you made it to this point in the episode, please comment a pink bow emoji and tell me one thing that you love about yourself. Now you have all of the it girl habits that you need to live a productive, organized life and feel like that girl every single day. All that's left to do is get up and glow.